You've seen it rain in the front yard, but not in the back. Experience nature's best and worst. Witness showers that come out of nowhere. Enjoy the thrill of going out. Whether you grew up in the sun or moved here for it, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
Live Viper 5 Max, tracking storm conditions every minute and right to your backyard.
Storm Team 5 alerting you first with the area's only radar tower.
This is your home, and the Storm Team 5 technology is here to keep you safe.
Anywhere, anytime, period.
Storm Team 5, only on WPTV News Channel 5. Breaking news and traffic trouble spots first.
Know what's happening right now.
With a view you won't get anywhere else.
Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
Whether this is your hometown or your home now, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
The Now South Florida is all about right now.
Oh my gosh, I love the Now.
Do you ever catch us on Channel 5 by chance?
I certainly do. I feel like I know you.
This is your home, and we're here to share relevant local news when you need it most.
It's a little bit of news and it's a little bit of fun stuff.
The Now South Florida, the only local 4 p.m. newscast. WPTV News. A World War II torpedo found on a Vero Beach construction site, blown to pieces today, and our Chopper 5 caught it all on camera. Most of the nation's leaders will be at Donald Trump's inauguration, but one will be tucked away in a secure location. Today, here on The Now, you're going to hear from a former designated survivor about the idea of becoming the acting president. And you've probably seen this viral video of an enormous gator here in Florida. Now tourists are flocking to see it in person. There are dangerous things these visitors are doing, though, to get a first-hand look at the rare reptile. We're going to fill you in. It's 4 o'clock in South Florida, and this is The Now. Breaking news right off the top for you. Our nation's 41st president and his wife, both in the hospital right now. I'm Shannon Cake. Welcome to The Now, South Florida. Right now, former First Lady Barbara Bush is in the same Houston hospital with her husband, former President George H.W. Bush. She was admitted just this morning as a precaution, they say, after experiencing fatigue and severe coughing. The 92-year-old former president has been there now, the same hospital, for a couple of days after having some trouble breathing this past weekend. Luckily, we are hearing that the medicine seems to be working fine in his case, and he could be released in a couple of days from now. Bush has a form of Parkinson's disease and has to use a motorized scooter or a wheelchair to get around at this point. Understandably, due to his age and health, he and his wife will not be attending President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration. Of course, we're going to update you on the Bush's conditions ahead on News Channel 5 at 5 o'clock. A 1,200-pound relic from World War II is no more. A rocket detonated underwater a short time ago right off the Treasure Coast. And now's John Shaman is live for us in Indian River County with more on this. John?
Well, Shannon, we are here at the excavation site, the construction site where this rocket was found on Monday. If you look behind me, you might be able to see the trail that the equipment was needed to take the rocket out over the dune line and then out into the ocean. It was around 2:30 this afternoon when the rocket was detonated. I talked to a couple of residents here in the Ocean Ridge neighborhood, and they thought, well, maybe they'd get a bigger splash. Chopper 5, though, was overhead. Johan getting a great shot as the 10-foot-long torpedo, a Tiny Tim rocket, was set off. Now, this area was used as a training ground for the Navy, and many live rounds were dropped. Now, this 75-year-old bomb found Monday again by a crew excavating this site for a new home.
We had to cut an opening in the dune line, and it had to be drug mechanically off the site and down to the water's edge.
Now, here's another angle of what it looked like from the beach. Now, unlike other ordnance that's been found in the area over the years, this was found on land, and there were explosives in the nose. A sheriff's helicopter circled overhead to make sure that there was no sea life in the area before the okay was given to detonate that weapon. The sheriff's office evacuated dozens of homes for about 3 hours today. Coming up all new at 5 o'clock on News Channel 5. We will talk with some of the neighbors who had to clear out for a few hours today. We're live in Indian River County. I'm John Shainman for the Now, South Florida.
John, thank you. The FBI has authorized the release of new photos connected to the Pulse nightclub shooting. Among the roughly 400 photos are pictures of a damaged helmet that saved a responding officer's life from a gunshot. Also released are new photos of the wall that officers breached to free people who were trapped inside the club during the worst mass shooting, as you know, in U.S. history, modern U.S. history. These still photos show large punctures to an exterior cinder block wall there of the nightclub. On the other side is a bathroom where patrons were trapped for more than 3 hours. 49 people were killed, dozens more injured after that gunman, Omar Mateen, entered the gay nightclub and opened fire last June. Mateen's wife, you're seeing pictures and images of her here, Noor Salman, appeared yesterday in federal court in California on charges of aiding and abetting her husband. The FBI says the case remains an active criminal investigation. A 3-block mandatory evacuation is right now in place in Fort Lauderdale. This after enormous flames erupted from this building here. It houses chemicals. It all happened this morning. Firefighters arrived at the scene about 8 o'clock. You see Chopper 5 hovering above as well. Early reports indicate that the fire may have involved a crashed plane, but those were later confirmed to be false. Hazmat teams checked to see whether hazardous materials spread into nearby canals or waterways. One firefighter had to be taken to a local hospital as well with some sort of leg injury. We're here in the Storm Center. Mr. James Wheel is going to take us outside today.
Yeah, and finally the wind calmed down.
Yes,
hardly any
I
wind
noticed.
out there, just a light wind. Great for boaters and people want to get out on the water. And the wind right now just really light and variable out of the west. That really heats us up. And boy, was it hot again today. We made it to 80 degrees so far. Could be a notch up to 81. We'll have to see. But looking outside, just beautiful. We do have a few clouds around, though. These are more of the high-level clouds, so these are the ones that glow right at the sunset, too. So we could have a very, very nice sunset here coming up in just a little bit. Current temperatures still in the 80s, most locations. 83 Port St. Lucie, look at that, 81 in Fort Pierce, 78 in Vero, 83 down in Boynton, 77 in Boca, and again with just a light wind blowing. Hour by hour forecast to get you out this evening. I don't see any big problems if you are heading out this evening. Temperatures go from the low 80s and upper 70s, and will drop quickly after sunset into the low 70s. Still real dry out there. No big rain chances coming for the next several days. We do have a big cold front on the way. I'll let you know coming up in just a little bit.
See you then. Thank you, James. The man accused of killing an Orlando police officer finally behind bars today after eluding the authorities for more than a week now. Orlando police let a bloodied and bandaged Markeith Lloyd into their cruiser last night. The accused killer got hurt in some sort of fight with police while they were trying to arrest him. Officers found him at an abandoned home wearing body armor and holding 2 guns. One, they said, had the capacity to fire 100 rounds. He dropped those guns allegedly, but then resisted arrest. Police got him into custody using the same handcuffs Lieutenant Deborah Clayton owned before she was shot and killed by him Monday, just outside of that Orlando Walmart.
Many of the officers that I spoke to tonight actually broke down in tears.
The chief also said anyone who harbored, aided, or abetted Lloyd will also be arrested. The woman accused of kidnapping the 8-hour-old baby, the Jacksonville baby, nearly 2 decades ago, remains behind bars today. Gloria Williams is being held without bond. She's accused of taking the newborn from the hospital 18 years ago. Williams was arrested earlier this month in South Carolina, where she was living, and she's been extradited, of course, to Florida. You see her there in a courtroom today. Williams is due back in court on February 8th. Still ahead here on the Now. It's no secret that a lot of Democrats are not happy with the president-elect moving into the White House. How many Florida representatives will not show up to Mr. Trump's inauguration this Friday? The story's coming up next. But right now, we're getting you outside and a live look through our Live 5 camera network. A glorious day. Looking at the eye right now over downtown West Palm Beach. You're watching The Now on WPTV News Channel 5.
But not in the back. Experience nature's best and worst. Witness showers that come out of nowhere. Enjoy the thrill of going out. Whether you grew up in the sun or moved here for it, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
Live Viper 5 Max, tracking storm conditions every minute and right to your backyard.
Storm Team 5 alerting you first with the area's only radar tower.
This is your home, and the Storm Team 5 technology is here to keep you safe.
Anywhere, anytime. Period.
Storm Team 5, only on WPTV News Channel 5. Breaking news and traffic trouble spots first.
Know what's happening right now.
With a view you won't get anywhere else.
Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
Whether this is your hometown or your home now, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
The Now South Florida is all about right now.
Oh my gosh, I love the Now.
Do you ever catch us on Channel 5 by
I
chance?
certainly do. I feel like I know you.
This is your home, and we're here to share relevant local news when you need it most.
It's a little bit of news and it's a little bit of fun stuff.
The Now South Florida, the only local 4 p.m. newscast.
WPTV News Channel 5, breaking important stories everywhere.
From north, south, east to west, we take you there.
With exclusive video from Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
At WPTV, accuracy counts.
We get the facts right every time.
Breaking news happens fast. Get the best coverage from the team you trust.
This is your home, and we want you to stay informed.
We are
WPTV News Channel 5.
Today on 5, weekdays 4:30 to 7 a.m.
You've seen it rain in the front yard, but not in the back. Experience nature's best and worst. Witness showers that come out of nowhere. Enjoy the thrill of going out. Whether you grew up in the sun or moved here for it, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
Live Viper 5.
Right now, President Obama just wrapping up his final news conference, answering questions about Chelsea Manning's pardon, our relations with Russia and Vladimir Putin, and emphasizing the importance of the United States advocating for women's rights, humanitarian rights, and the peaceful transfer of power between he and Donald Trump. One of the final questions today was whether President Obama thought that our country would ever see another black president.
I think we're going to see people of merit rise up from every race, faith, corner of this country, because that's America's strength. When we have everybody getting a chance and everybody's on the field, we end up being better.
President Obama said economic equality is one of the reasons President-elect Donald Trump won his presidency. He says once he leaves office, Obama plans to enjoy some downtime and do a little writing. He also thanked the White House press corps, telling them they have kept him and his team honest. 2 Florida Democratic members of Congress will not be at the inauguration of President-elect Donald Trump. About 60 representatives from across the country have so far announced they are boycotting the ceremony. Representing Florida, Congressman Darren Soto and Alcee Hastings will not be attending the event. Many made the decision, they say, after controversy over comments about Representative John Lewis made by the president-elect. Of course, Trump's comments about Lewis came after Lewis called Trump's presidential win a fraud. Congressman Hastings' district does include parts of West Palm Beach and the Glades as well. Hastings said in a statement on Twitter that he decided to boycott the inauguration to, quote, stand with Representative John Lewis and every American that expects our president to serve with compassion and humility, end quote. Designated survivor, you've heard the term, right? For most of us, it's just a television show, but for one person on Inauguration Day, it is a job title. Our political correspondent Mike Sachs has more on that.
Inauguration Day is the one day where our leaders gather together on one stage to celebrate a peaceful transition of power. Well, almost all our leaders.
I got to sit around a conference room with a big TV screen and watch the festivities as they were taking place.
No, former Interior Secretary Gail Norton wasn't avoiding the freezing temperatures at George W. Bush's 2005 inaugural. She was a designated survivor, tapped to serve as president if the president, vice president, and everyone else ahead of her in the presidential line of succession were wiped out in an attack.
Some of the details of the designated survivor program are classified. But what I can say is I was at a secure, undisclosed location. The situation changed from before September 11th, 2001, in that everyone took the designated survivor program much more seriously.
The program began during the Cold War for the president's annual State of the Union address to Congress. Norton had also been the designated survivor for that in 2002.
If I had been the designated survivor when something really happened, I would have been the first female president, but I have to say that was not something that was on my mind. I was really thinking much more about how would you react in that case of disaster.
This year's designated survivor will be one of President Obama's last decisions as president. So who will it be? Well, that's a secret for now. Reporting from Washington, I'm Mike Sachs.
Mike, thanks. If you have those mobiles hanging about your little one's bed or crib at home, there's a recall you need to know about. Restoration Hardware Baby and Child is right now recalling about 1,000 vintage car mobiles designed to hang from the ceiling. Wheels on the cars can fall off these things, posing then a choking hazard to young children. The company has received one report of a wheel detaching, but no injuries reported so far. These mobiles were sold at Restoration Hardware Baby and Child stores nationwide and on the company's website as well. If you do own one, just call the retailer. They'll issue a full refund. Get rid of those Samsung Note 7 smartphones. We've done so many stories about this device here on The Now. It captured national headlines, too, after several Note 7 owners say that their phones suddenly caught fire, even exploding at times. So now Verizon is taking extreme measures to force remaining holdouts of Samsung's Galaxy Note 7s to give up their phones. Listen to this. If you still own one of these devices, you won't be able to call anyone except 911 moving forward. Verizon is blocking all outgoing calls made on that device and rerouting them to the company's customer service line, trying to talk it out of your hand. Again, the only exception will be that you can still dial 911 in case of an emergency. Most kids probably got some sort of electronic gadget or toy for a holiday gift, but now the problem is for the parents out there, the kids' noses are buried in them constantly. The Now's Alana Quillen here to talk about how much screen time, the age-old question, how much screen time is too much? Alana?
Oh yeah, Shannon, very different era kids are living in now. It's a common problem, children overdoing it with technology, so some parents are creating a media plan for their family. In a world where adults struggle to limit their own media use, it can be difficult to determine how much is too much for kids.
When children have too much media use, that can definitely affect their sleep. It has been shown to increase the rates of obesity. And because of the decrease in sleep and the poor sleep habits, it can have a direct correlation to their learning in a negative way.
Now, just like anything else, media in moderation is just fine for kids. In fact, the American Academy of Pediatrics recently relaxed its stance on media usage. For kids over the age of 6, parents should use their own discretion on daily screen time and be consistent with it. For kids between the ages of 2 and 5, no more than 1 hour each day is recommended. For kids under 2 years old, screen time is not encouraged unless it's high-quality programming, and parents are encouraged to explain to their children what they are seeing.
Skyping with a grandparent on a telephone call, that's a good use of media, whereas putting them in front of a screen that involves no interaction, just entertainment for entertainment value, is not so good.
Now, Shannon, doctors encourage parents to create media use plans for their family. The American Academy of Pediatrics actually has a website to help you do that. Here's a look at it. It is healthychildren.org. You can determine things like screen-free zones within your house and device curfews. The entire document can be printed for you to hang up in your home. Back to you.
I'm taking notes, Miss Alana. Thank you. I jotted down that website myself. It's hard when you're, as a parent, to limit their screen time or talk to them about electronics when you're sitting here all the time doing this, right? On your own devices.
It does teach things, though.
Right.
I mean,
it does.
Some good of it.
It can be handy, and there are some good apps on there that you can, do math and stuff. They just tend to like the, asteroids or whatever else is going on. Angry Birds, right? Yes. James Whelan, take us to the fair right now. It looks beautiful out there.
Let's go outside. Look at this gorgeous picture. This is our fair camera. You can go to WPTV.com/fair and it will pop right up. You just click go on there and play, and you can see this right here live at any time. It's also right on, your phone app. You could go to the WPTV app and pull up the live feed right here. It changes every 45 seconds or so. If you are heading out this evening, looks like a gorgeous evening to head out to the fair. It is rather warm right now with a few clouds around. Probably going to make for a great sunset. But once the sun sets after 5 o'clock or so, we'll see the temperatures fall off into the low 60s by closing time there, and the low 70s by closing time. 71 at 10 o'clock, 72 at 9, and we're mainly looking at fair skies to partly cloudy skies with some of those high clouds around. That's all we're really seeing. Not really expecting any rain out there at all. Things quite quiet over South Florida today. High and dry, we call it, with a big high pressure system sitting on top of us. That's not going to be the case by next week though, but we're going to keep these warm temperatures here for the next few days. Then a very potent cold front will move through Sunday night, Monday. That will drop our temperatures, pick up that wind too, and even give us the chance for strong thunderstorms. Shannon?
James, thank you. Fly for Less, the airline that just joined Delta and United Airlines in adding a new, cheaper fare. The one restriction on it, though, on the other side of the break. You're watching The Now on WPTV News Channel 5.
WPTV News Channel 5, breaking important stories everywhere.
From north, south, east to west, we take you there.
With exclusive video from Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
At WPTV, accuracy counts.
We get the facts right every time.
Breaking news happens fast. Get the best coverage from the team you trust.
This is your home, and we want you to stay informed.
We are
WPTV News Channel 5.
Today on 5, weekdays 4:30 to 7 a.m.
You've seen it rain in the front yard, but not in the back. Experience nature's best and worst. Witness showers that come out of nowhere. Enjoy the thrill of going out. Whether you grew up in the sun or moved here for it, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
Live Viper 5 Max, tracking storm conditions every minute and right to your backyard.
Storm Team 5 alerting you first with the area's only radar tower.
This is your home, and the Storm Team 5 technology is here to keep you safe.
Anywhere, anytime, period.
Storm Team 5, only on WPTV News Channel 5. Breaking news and traffic trouble spots first.
Know what's happening right now.
with a view you won't get anywhere else.
Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
Whether this is your hometown or your home now, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
The Now South Florida is all about right now.
Oh my gosh, I love the Now.
Do you ever catch us on Channel 5 by chance?
I certainly do. I feel like I know you.
This is your home, and we're here to share relevant local news when you need it most.
It's a little bit of news and it's a little bit of fun stuff.
The Now South Florida, the only local 4 p.m. newscast.
important stories everywhere.
From north, south, east to west, we take you there.
With exclusive video from Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
At WPTV, accuracy.
Back here on the Now, some airlines are trying to make flying a bit more affordable. Today, American Airlines announced plans to add a basic economy fare class, but with carry-on restrictions in a big way. Flyers buying American's basic economy fare will only be able to bring onboard carry-ons small enough to fit under the seat in front of them. So no bags in any overhead compartments. That's the big restriction. American will also not allow changes for flyers, and they will be among the very last aboard the plane. The fares will go on sale beginning next month in select markets and will expand to many more markets apparently later on in the year. Wow, look at this life-size Lego. Is this incredible? Chevrolet unveiled a massive life-size Lego Batmobile at the North American International Auto Show. The car maker partnered with Detroit students to craft the 17-foot Batmobile out of more than 34,000 Lego bricks. Then GM took it a step further and created a web page for this car, touting its many available features. 20,000 horsepower, it's pretty good. Available bulletproof windows if you want them. Safety, certainly important, right? But alas, if you read the fine print on this website, the superhero hot rod is only fictitious, and it is not available for purchase. It's fun though. All right, freezing rain causing trouble for drivers out west. Not fun at all in this case. The winter weather shut down a major highway in Oregon after a crash between a pair of sliding trucks. Right here, caught on camera. You can see that box truck was getting into trouble there on Interstate 84. If you're familiar with the region, one semi managed to narrowly scrape by there, but the second one can't and slammed right into it. This was just one of many ice-related collisions. For some drivers, roads are so slick, it was hard to even make it to their trucks.
I went down about 3 times just coming from the truck to here. Just small stepping and stuff. So it's slick. It's slick.
Terrible. It's freezing, icy rain. I haven't even been out here for 20 minutes and my hood's just already solid ice.
Makes you glad to be from Florida, right? National Weather Service issued an ice storm warning late yesterday. A show coming back to our airwaves right here on NBC, the must-see TV classic, Will and Grace. Can you imagine? The series will return for a 10-episode run with a full original cast, but all new material during the 2017-2018 season. Will and Grace debuted, of course, in 1998 and aired its final show 10 years ago. But cast members Deborah Messing, Eric McCormick, Megan Mullally, and Sean Hayes, they all reunited last fall, you may remember, for a one-off political episode, and that set the table for this renewed project. That is going to be fun. Still ahead here on the Now, President Obama halted it, but now uncertainty mounting around the Dakota Access Pipeline as Donald Trump is about to become president. The one major concern all the protesters have coming up next. You're watching the Now on WPTV News Channel 5.
Live Viper 5 Max, tracking storm conditions every minute and right to your backyard.
Storm Team 5, alerting you first with the area's only radar tower.
This is your home, and the Storm Team 5 technology is here to keep you safe.
Anywhere, anytime, period.
Storm Team 5, only on WPTV News Channel 5. Breaking news and traffic trouble spots first.
Know what's happening right now.
With a view you won't get anywhere else.
Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
Whether this is your hometown or your home now, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
The Now South Florida is all about right now.
Oh my gosh, I love the Now.
Do you ever catch us on Channel 5 by chance?
I certainly do. I feel like I know you.
This is your home, and we're here to share relevant local news when you need it most.
It's a little bit of news and it's a little bit of fun stuff.
The Now South Florida, the only local 4 p.m. newscast.
important stories everywhere.
From north, south, east to west, we take you there.
With exclusive video from Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
At WPTV, accuracy counts.
We get the facts right every time.
Breaking news happens fast. Get the best coverage from the team you trust.
This is your home, and we want you to stay informed.
We are
WPTV News Channel 5.
Today on 5, weekdays 4:30 to 7 a.m.
You've seen it rain in the front yard, but not in the back. Experience nature's best and worst. Witness showers that come out of nowhere. Enjoy the thrill of going out. Whether you grew up in the sun or moved here for it, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
Live Viper 5 Max, tracking storm conditions every minute and right to your backyard.
Storm Team 5 alerting you first with the area's only radar tower.
This is your home, and the Storm Team 5 technology is here to keep you safe.
Anywhere, anytime, period.
Storm Team 5, only on WPTV News Channel 5. Breaking news and traffic trouble spots first.
Know what's happening right now.
with a view you won't get anywhere else.
Chopper.
Hundreds remain camped out in Cannonball, North Dakota right now, a massive protest to block a pipeline that would carry crude oil through North Dakota and 4 other states. The Now's Russell Haythorne takes us inside the encampment where they continue braving bitter cold weather to fight another day.
It's a place defined by its nothingness. But it's also that undisturbed beauty that natives believe is sacred.
This is getting destroyed, and it's all over green.
I have it all blocked off in the front.
Phyllis Bald-Eagle and her family have been here
Since the beginning, September 1st.
She thought she wouldn't make it through the winter.
It's cold. You just have to know when to stay inside.
Like hundreds of others,
I feel so comfortable here, so at home.
Phyllis and her Cheyenne River Sioux family hunker down in tents, yurts, and teepees.
They brought the wood stoves.
The North Dakota pipeline protest is now in its 10th month.
We're still here.
Resistance to a project that would bore under the Missouri River. Nearby tribes rely on that river for drinking water and consider this hallowed ground. The protests are mostly peaceful, like this one yesterday. But there have been violent clashes. Police have even used water cannons to push protesters back from the drill sites.
Rubber bullets hit me in the back.
And with the presidential inauguration this Friday, uncertainty is mounting.
When he had money invested in this originally.
Surveillance choppers circle daily. Razor wire blocks protesters from crossing the bridge on the main highway, and the National Guard is staged at various lookout points.
You can't even eat at a restaurant. It won't help you to just shut the door on you.
Despite that icy reception at nearby businesses and sub-zero temperatures, support is still pouring in.
What about the weather? Is it brutal?
Yeah, the weather's brutal.
These people, they deserve their land.
And all of this snow and ice poses a new threat to protesters. Forecasters say flooding here along the Missouri is now inevitable come this spring. So many of these protesters have already started moving their camps to higher ground.
Where's Dad? He's not back yet.
Phyllis Bald-Eagle argues the Standing Rock Reservation and a century-old treaty preserve this land from what Big Oil is trying to spoil.
It's to protect our Unchimaka, our Mother Earth, and also our water.
In Cannonball, North Dakota, Russell Haythorne for The Now.
Now to a consumer alert today. General Motors will pay a $1 million penalty for violating accounting rules involving its deadly ignition switch scandal. The faulty switches are responsible for at least 124 deaths and 275 injuries. The Securities and Exchange Commission says the company settled charges that it did not properly assess the scandal's impact on financial statements. Companies have to figure out the likelihood of a recall and estimate the possible loss as well. GM did not bring the ignition switch scandal to accountants' attention until at least 18 months after it began. Do you know a drowsy driver? Have you been one, possibly? Well, now there's new technology that may keep us all a little bit safer on the roadways out there. At the Wearable Device and Technology Expo in Japan, this thing, A new device features drowsy driving prevention. You're probably wondering, how does this work? Well, basically, a brainwave sensor on a headset with a smartphone app monitors your drowsiness and then sends a warning to you. You can check your own need for sleep before you even start driving, and the device will certainly tell you if you need another hour or two of sleep before you hit the streets. Another neat device was this one, a headset that keeps you calm and happy. Love that. It monitors your mental state by measuring brain waves. Then it'll play soothing music for you when the wearer's irritated, or happy music when you're sad. Good news if you're planning to fly this year, more airline flights are arriving on time than ever before. The Department of Transportation says 86%, 86.5% to be exact, of domestic flights arrived on time in the month of November. That's an improvement over both the previous month and the month of November in 2015. Hawaiian and Delta Airlines posted the best rates for on-time arrivals. And more good news here, the rate of bags getting lost, delayed, or damaged was also down, and it's the lowest, in fact, since figures dating back to 1987. Coming up here next on The Now. Most of you have seen this video by now. It's still jaw-dropping when you see it, but now the video is really putting the alligator's life at risk. The ridiculous things that some tourists are doing right now just to capture the creature on camera. We'll fill you in. It's coming up next here on The Now. You are watching The Now on WPTV, News Channel 5.
Whether this is your hometown or your home now, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
The Now South Florida is all about right now.
Oh my gosh, I love the Now.
Do you ever catch us on Channel 5 by chance?
I certainly do. I feel like I know you.
This is your home, and we're here to share relevant local news when you need it most.
It's a little bit of news and it's a little bit of fun stuff.
The Now South Florida, the only local 4 p.m. newscast.
WPTV News Channel 5 breaking important stories everywhere.
From north, south, east to west, we take you there.
With exclusive video from Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
At WPTV, accuracy counts.
We get the facts right every time.
Breaking news happens fast. Get the best coverage from the team you trust.
This is your home, and we want you to stay informed.
We are
WPTV News Channel 5.
Today on 5, weekdays 4:30 to 7 a.m.
You've seen it rain in the front yard, but not in the back. Experience nature's best and worst. Witness showers that come out of nowhere. Enjoy the thrill of going out. Whether you grew up in the sun or moved here for it, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
Live Viper 5 Max, tracking storm conditions every minute and right to your backyard.
Storm Team 5 alerting you first with the area's only radar tower.
This is your home, and the Storm Team 5 technology is here to keep you safe.
Anywhere, anytime, period.
Storm Team 5, only on WPTV News Channel 5. Breaking news and traffic trouble spots first.
Know what's happening right now.
with a view you won't get anywhere else.
Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
Whether this is your hometown or your home now, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
The Now South Florida is all about right now.
Oh my gosh, I love the Now.
Do you ever catch us on Channel 5 by chance?
I certainly do. I feel like I know you.
This is your home, and we're here to share relevant local news when you need it most.
It's a little bit of news and it's a little bit of fun stuff.
The Now South Florida, the only local 4 p.m. newscast. Adopt, don't shop. A lot of people plan to do that when they go to an animal shelter, but maybe, just maybe, you don't fall in love with a furry friend while you're there like you had planned to. Well, the Now's John Favoli joins us with a creative way. One shelter is finding forever homes for their animals. John?
Shannon, we have seen animal shelters right here in South Florida waiving adoption fees to try to get dogs and cats adopted. But one shelter is now really getting creative to try to get its pets into homes, showing off cats like used cars.
All of our cats are self-cleaning and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning. 2016 models are compatible with Windows.
This video of the guy talking about cats like a used car salesman has now been seen more than 2 million times. It's from an animal rescue in Atlanta. But if it's come to this to get pets adopted, just how bad are things at our animal shelters? We checked with the Humane Society and found that there are an estimated 3,500 shelters across the country. That doesn't include the thousands of rescue groups and animal sanctuaries. Between 6 and 8 million cats and dogs end up in shelters every year. 4 million of those animals get adopted, but 3 million others are getting euthanized. The Humane Society says 80% of the time those cats and dogs that get euthanized at the shelter are healthy and treatable. Peggy Adams Animal Rescue League here in Palm Beach County has an event going on this weekend. The shelter needs donations like old towels, cat and dog food, litter, and cash to pay off vet bills. That event is this Saturday. It happens at 7 p.m. at Roosters off Belvedere Road here in West Palm Beach. Shannon, back to you.
Thanks for the info, John. Appreciate you. Images of this gigantic gator here in Florida have drawn a lot of people around the world, and visitors are coming to the Circle B Bar Reserve, where he lives, hoping to catch a glimpse of the massive creature. But the interest is creating its own big and potentially dangerous problem.
The goal out here is to see the alligator.
Regulars at the Lakeland Reserve, it's nicknamed the Gator Humpback, that's what they're calling him. They worry about the tourists now who are obsessed with seeing and catching the unbelievable creature on camera.
We're very nervous about people being foolish and doing things they shouldn't do. This is a very large gator. He has lived his life out here. We want him to live the remainder of his life out here. We don't want to have to destroy him because somebody was doing something they should not have been doing.
Right. Officials say they have already had one individual who, listen to this, jumped off a viewing platform and ran back to a piece of land that was not on a trail just so he could try to get a photograph of this gator. Still ahead here on The Now. For a second time, residents in one particular area have been drinking contaminated water, contaminated with E. coli, not knowing it, the source of it, and why the water company in this case may be in the hot seat with the health department. We're going to fill you in on this. You're watching The Now on WPTV News Channel 5.
We are
WPTV News Channel 5.
Today on 5, weekdays 4:30 to 7 a.m.
You've seen it rain in the front yard, but not in the back. Experience nature's best and worst. Witness showers that come out of nowhere. Enjoy the thrill of going out. Whether you grew up in the sun or moved here for it, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
Live Viper 5 Max, tracking storm conditions every minute and right to your backyard.
Storm Team 5 alerting you first with the area's only radar tower.
This is your home, and the Storm Team 5 technology is here to keep you safe.
Anywhere, anytime, period.
Storm Team 5, only on WPTV News Channel 5. Breaking news and traffic trouble spots first.
Know what's happening right now.
with a view you won't get anywhere else.
Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
Whether this is your hometown or your home now, this is your home. WPTV News Channel 5.
The Now South Florida is all about right now.
Oh my gosh, I love the Now.
Do you ever catch us on Channel 5 by chance?
I certainly do. I feel like I know you.
This is your home, and we're here to share relevant local news when you need it most.
It's a little bit of news and it's a little bit of fun stuff.
The Now South Florida, the only local 4 p.m. newscast.
important stories everywhere.
From north, south, east to west, we take you there.
With exclusive video from Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast.
At WPTV, accuracy counts.
We get the facts right every time.
Breaking news happens fast. Get the best coverage from the team you trust.
This is your home, and we want you to stay informed.
We are
WPTV News Channel 5.
Today on 5, weekdays 4:30 to 7 a.m.
You've seen it rain in the front yard, but not in the back. Experience nature's best and worst. Witness showers that come out of nowhere. Enjoy the thrill of going out.
Today, new concerns about the drinking water in one local neighborhood. Everyone in this neighborhood has been told to boil their water due to a water main break. It all comes just 2 months after the same community drank E. coli contaminated water for almost a week after another water main break there. The Now's Alyssa Hyman joining us live to explain what neighbors want to see changed. Alyssa?
Well, Shannon, this morning the water company sent out individual notices to everyone here in the Lake Osborne Estates. That comes only after customers saw that water main break here and called the health department. And the people here say they shouldn't have to call to find out about the condition of their water.
We are issuing a precautionary notice.
This is the precautionary boil water notice Jason Conrad found on his doorstep Wednesday morning. He says it came more than 24 hours after he noticed this water main break in his Lake Osborne Estates neighborhood.
I became very concerned.
Still fresh on his mind, a similar incident about 2 months ago.
I got sick, my neighbors got very sick.
When his entire neighborhood discovered they were drinking E. coli contaminated water for nearly a week before any boil water notifications went out. That incident also related to a water main break.
We're very worried that the water we're getting is unsafe.
His neighbor, Penn Wallace, just as scarred from last time. Her husband is in stage 4 renal failure.
If he drinks contaminated water, then I might lose him.
So it's no surprise they were frustrated about not getting an immediate notice related to Tuesday's break. The catch, which we learned last time, the water company isn't necessarily required to send out notices if the break was repaired under pressure. It is required to sample and test the water following the break to make sure it did not get contaminated. But it seems the company and the health department are taking a stricter stance this time.
They're going to probably continue to look closer and ask all of the proper questions and ask them, as we are in this case, give us all the evidence.
But the neighbors say this should be protocol moving forward. They want to know about a break immediately, saying it's better to be safe than sorry.
I don't even want to wait 24 hours. I want to be notified that day.
And those first samples are set to come back tomorrow, and the health department and the water company says they can be given the all clear if those first samples are clear. Now, coming up all new at 6, we're learning that the water company is required to notify the health department within 2 hours of a break. We're going to find out if that was followed. All new at 6 o'clock. Reporting live here in Lake Worth, Alyssa Hyman for the Now South Florida.
Alyssa, thank you. Food stamp programs that reward healthy purchases. And they're apparently a very effective way to get more people eating their fruits and vegetables. But many low-income families didn't know that these incentives even existed. Researchers from the University of Michigan spoke to nearly 200 people in health clinic waiting rooms, and they explained the state's Double Up Food Bucks program. After learning that they could double the value of their food stamps by eating fruits and vegetables, participation in the program nearly quadrupled. More importantly, fruits and vegetable consumption increased by almost 2/3 of a serving every single day. Heavy rains battering parts of Texas. They're flooding the Houston area as well. Flash flood warnings were in effect when as much as 5 inches of rain fell in that area overnight. Some schools, public schools had to close. Public transportation delayed as well. High water on the streets forced this bus right here off the streets while the bus driver was still on board. Houston fire officials say they have received dozens of calls for high water rescues, largely from motorists stranded on those flooded roadways. We know that for sure around here. You go into one of the, anything you can't see the roadway, just stop, back up.
Yeah,
that's dangerous.
Not worth going through it, that's for sure. We're kind of the opposite right now. We don't have a whole lot of rain. We're very dry out there, but it's nice. Beautiful sunset about to take place with some high cloud cover out there. That's what usually glows when we get the sun to set and you get those big bright sunsets out there. So I look forward to seeing any pictures that anybody takes out there. Put on my Facebook page, Surfing Weatherman. High five there downtown West Palm Beach. We'll swing the camera around here in a second, but here are some of the clouds that have moved on, and no rain with any of those clouds. And the forecast for tonight keeps us dry. A few clouds around, that's about all. Comfortable temperatures too, 62 in the Palm Beaches, 58 for the Treasure Coast, but be aware we could run into some patchy fog towards the morning hours for the inland areas along the Treasure Coast.
James, thank you. President-elect Donald Trump tweeting out a look at his preparations for Inauguration Day with this picture of him writing his speech at Mar-a-Lago 3 weeks ago. Or did he? There is extensive debate at the moment online going on right now on whether or not this picture is real or whether it's been photoshopped. If we get to the bottom of it, we'll let you know. A lot of businesses are turning interest in the upcoming presidential inauguration into opportunities for profit. The Now's Chris Stewart joining us now, showing us just how much traffic retailers are seeing from political products. Chris?
Shannon, we showed you one of these companies a few months ago here on The Now, and now it appears others are jumping in on the political merchandise bandwagon. It started with Hillary and Donald pet toys. Now Vladimir Putin is joining the pack. The designers at the company Fuzzu are following up on their 2016 line inspired by U.S. candidates with a new likeness of Russian President, topless, tough looking and tattooed. It's just one example of the intersection of politics and retail sales. With the inauguration approaching, Vermont teddy bears seeing renewed interest in its Donald Trump bear.
People are buying Trump bears as gag gifts to give for people who aren't very fond of Trump, and they're also buying them because there are those people out there that really love Trump and want to mark his presidency.
Opposition to the president-elect appears to be helping make America knit again. At this yarn store, pink varieties keep selling out. An online project is calling on women to make pink hats with cat ears and wear them to protest marches in Washington and elsewhere right after Trump takes office. Regardless of party, Shannon, it seems entrepreneurs are finding ways to cash in on change in D.C. Back to you.
Chris, fascinating. Thank you. Just 2 days away from President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration, and tonight Governor Rick Scott and his wife are hosting an event in Washington, D.C., just a couple of blocks from the president-elect's new home, where it will be. A few hundred people are expected at the Florida Sunshine Ball, as it's been dubbed now, in the Andrew W. Mellon Auditorium there. Governor Scott's Let's Get to Work committee is sponsoring this party. Ever wonder how much it would cost to buy the White House? Online real estate database company Zillow just released its assessment. It indicates that the home of the United States president is valued at $397.9 million. In fact, the value has gone up about 15% since President Obama and his family moved in 8 years ago. Zillow says it is the most valuable home in the country. So how does that compare to Donald Trump's posh New York City penthouse? Zillow says his Big Apple home is worth about $100 million, which means the president-elect will be getting an almost $300 million upgrade by moving into 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. J.P. Morgan Chase saying that it has now reached a settlement with federal authorities over charges that it discriminated against minority home buyers. A U.S. attorney filed suit alleging that the bank charged higher mortgage rates and fees to more than 100,000 Black and Hispanic home buyers between the years of 2006 and 2009. These loans in question were originated by independent mortgage brokers who were not employed by the bank. J.P. Morgan Chase says it did nothing wrong and that mortgage brokers set the rates. In a statement, the bank said, quote, "We've agreed to settle these legacy allegations that relate to pricing set by independent brokers. We deny any wrongdoing, and we remain committed to providing equal access to credit." The amount of money J.P. Morgan will be forced to pay has not yet been disclosed. We're here in the newsroom and turning to Miss Kelly Dunn for a look at the 5 o'clock news.
Hello, hello. If you have multiple drivers in your home, like I have 4, that's a pretty big bill when you start talking about auto insurance. Appreciate the fact that your boys play with cars that are this big.
Right.
And mine drive them.
I'm just worried about the cost of toys. This is a much bigger problem.
Oh my gosh, when you get to that car insurance, it's like mind-boggling. All right, well, coming up today at 5:30 on our Don't Waste Your Money spot, why your auto insurance could not, whether you have young drivers or not, why it could be going up in 2017. It may have nothing to do with your driving. So we'll give you some ideas on how to keep that price down.
So what you're saying to me, because Kelly gives me advice on many things, parenting is one of them, little people problems, Little people, little
it
people,
just
big
prepares
people,
you,
and the money goes with it.
Yeah, it just you think they're expensive young, you wait till they're older.
Their problems and their costs increase.
Exactly, but it's all good.
It's all worth it in
good
the
at
end.
every stage in their life.
We'll see you at 5.
Thank
you. Today, Kaiser University officials introduced the new football coach. Doug Sosha will be responsible for building, training, and inspiring the university's first ever football squad. The Seahawks will compete in NAIA Division II, and their first game will be sometime in the late summer of 2018. 41-year-old Sosha has a wealth of experience. He previously coached high school, college, and NFL teams. Bad news for Braves fans. The Atlanta baseball team will not be spending their spring here in Palm Beach County. Right now, the team is in exclusive negotiations with Sarasota County. According to the Sarasota Herald Tribune, if the deal is finalized, the Braves will open a new spring training facility in Northport come 2019. We're going to update you with the result of these negotiations as soon as we hear the official word. A high school football player was suspended from playing after he tackled a referee. Well, apparently this student is now just getting back in the game. You may remember this video from September 2015. It shows the teen tackling the referee we're going to wait for it, right there from behind. Well, at a hearing this morning in Austin, Texas, he read a prepared statement apologizing to the referee, saying, quote, "I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me and my actions and to know that I'm truly sorry for what I did." He will remain on probation, and one violation, just one, would be cause for automatic dismissal from the athletic program, but he will be playing again. A 9-year-old girl is patiently waiting at Texas Children's Hospital for a double lung transplant right now in her home country of Pakistan. The community has raised enough money to get her here to this country to try to help her survive. But now her family says that they have reached a financial dead end, really. Her lung has collapsed from complications with cystic fibrosis. Doctors say a double lung transplant is critical to her survival, but it comes with a hefty price tag, of course. The family's initial bill totaled $1.8 million. Now, the hospital has helped bring that cost down some. The family is trying right now to raise $650,000.
She's a miracle girl because previously they told us that she have 2 months left, 3 months left. Now it's more than 1 year.
Oh my goodness. The hospital says no matter of the family's ability to pay, of course they're going to treat this child, but this family is still way in over their heads in terms of costs, hospital stays, operations, a lifetime of follow-up care and medication. You can follow their progress on Facebook right now. Just search for Myra Junad. That's her name, Myra Junad. A new study shows your ethnicity may play a role in how you manage blood pressure. African Americans and Hispanics are less likely than Caucasians to get their high blood pressure under control, according to this study. Data showing that the two biggest reasons for this, a lack of health insurance and younger age as well. And while expanded health care coverage would help, researchers say there needs to be better education for patients and really support, too, for those trying to improve their overall lifestyle. We know the first major fight of the 2017 Congress will be to repeal the Affordable Care Act. Republicans, they will include defunding Planned Parenthood in that very same bill, so you should be watching for that. The Now's Todd Walker takes a look at how Planned Parenthood is trying to fight back.
Before, it was just anticipation, Planned Parenthood bracing to be defunded by the federal government and removed from Medicare. Then, while discussing the plan to repeal Obamacare, this question.
Speaker Ryan, can you tell me how and when you're going to pass legislation to defund Planned Parenthood?
Well, Planned Parenthood legislation would be in our reconciliation bill.
That was all it took for Planned Parenthood officials to fully go on the defense.
We are going to fight back because people are relying on us, as they have for 100 years.
The reason they're a target is because Planned Parenthood provides abortion services. They're adamant federal money doesn't go towards it, but they say it does go to other crucial health services for women that many will go without, many that prevent the need for abortions.
It's not about a funding line for Planned Parenthood. What Speaker Ryan is talking about doing is denying women on Medicaid the ability to go to Planned Parenthood for birth control and for cancer screenings and family planning services.
Planned Parenthood says it's now launching a campaign to fight back, including 300 events in 150 cities across the country, and just launching this website, istandwithpp.org, so people can get more information about how they can get involved. For the Now, I'm Todd Walker.
Todd, thanks. That'll do it for the Now South Florida. News Channel 5 at 5 begins right now.
Now from WPTV, this is News Channel 5 at 5.
A piece of America's fighting past uncovered this week is no more.
Chopper 5 giving you an exclusive look at the 1,200-pound, 10-foot Tiny Tim rocket being destroyed on the ocean floor off the Treasure Coast. News Channel 5's John Shainman was there to witness it, and he joins us live in Vero Beach. John?
Kelly, Michael, this is where the rocket was found on Monday. A construction crew preparing for a new home found that 10-foot device. Now, the explosion itself was quick, but in terms of preparing to detonate it, well, a number of residents here in the Ocean Ridge community had to leave their homes for a few hours.
Fire in the hole, fire in the hole, fire in the hole.
With the rocket disposal taking place well out to sea, Steve Hahn expected more.
We were looking for a little bit bigger boom, but I'm glad the boom was out there and not down, in front of the house here.
Hahn, one of many people told to leave their homes this morning in preparation for the blast. Frank Worthington got a knock from a deputy around 8:30.
And said, are you aware of what's going on up here? And I said, yes. And he said, well, you have to be out of here by 10.
So Frank went to his neighbor Ted Lee, whose home was outside of the evacuation zone.
The military trucks came in, so it's been kind of exciting to watch what's going on.
Monday, a construction crew unearthed the 75-year-old weapon that still had explosives packed into the nose. Now, this area was used as a naval training site, and old ordnance occasionally surfaces here or is found offshore.
Whoa, yes.
We showed beachgoers what was about to meet its end.
Well, it's an amazing thing that it's been around since World War II, and it's just being found now. Frightening.
After a helicopter sweep of the area to make sure there was no wildlife, it was
fire in the hole.
Bombs away. This exclusive view from Chopper 5.
There you have it.
Now, I was here the last time that munitions were found in the summer of 2015. 11 explosive devices found offshore, so there's always the possibility we could see more pieces of history come to the surface. We're live in Indian River County. John Shainman, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Expected a little bit bigger of a splash or boom there, but I guess that was probably comforting.
Tiny Tim rocket.
Yeah.
For everyone who lives nearby. Exactly.
It's not always shiny treasures on the Treasure Coast.
Exactly. Some old ones too.
Yeah,
it was a pretty day to be on the
ones.
beach, as you saw from that shot.
Yeah, it definitely was. Let's look at the Jensen Beach cam. This is earlier too. Just gorgeous. Finally, the wind calmed down, the waves calmed down, just a little swell rolling in up there. Nice blue water. So it's been real nice, and it's going to stay this way for a few days. Nice calm conditions all the way through, say, the first